Hello and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. Registeel has just had its last day in raids, and to replace him we now have Regirock. So, like I did with Registeel, let's see what are Regirock's top 5 counters. First, let's talk about Regirock's type and weaknesses. Like the name says, Regirock is a rock type Pokemon, so he has weakness to grass, ground, fighting, steel, and water type attacks. Once again, if you don't have any of the Pokemon in my list, you can use your other Pokemons of these types. But I advise you to use and maybe power up the Pokemon on my list because they are the best. And what does it mean to be the best? In my opinion, the best Pokemon to use in raids are the ones who deal the most amount of damage, the Pokemons with more DPS. Raids are a race, not a marathon, so you want to finish them as fast as possible. Like always, the Pokemon on this list were decided after research on both PokeBattler and Go Battle Sim, so if you want to check out some results for yourself, both links in the description. Now, let's start with the actual list, and starting from the top, the number one best counter for Regirock is none other than Kyogre with the Waterfall Hydro Pump moveset. So, Kyogre is, in my opinion, one of the best Pokemons available in the game right now, and the undisputed best water Pokemon by a wide margin. Kyogre beats almost all other Pokemon in most of the weathers and taking into account all of the friendship boosts, especially in rain, where he reigns supreme, no pun intended. Although he's number one on this list, he's still a legendary Pokemon, so investment in this Pokemon is to be done with caution because of the possible power creep of an Origin Pulse Kyogre if the move is made to have limited availability. Also, Kyogre takes super effective damage from Regirock's Zap Cannon, which is something to take into account if you know Regirock's moveset before fighting him. Anyway, here are the fast move breakpoints for all of the available friendship bonuses, as well as when Waterfall is boosted in rainy weather. My number 2 best counter for Regirock is a close second, and a regular versus the Regis, it's Machamp with the also regular counter Dynamic Punch moveset. So, Machamp performs really well versus Regirock, sometimes even outperforming Kyogre, depending on the weather and on the friendship level. He's the king of cloudy weather, and this time he even outperforms Breloom with ease, reclaiming his throne as the best fighting type. Machamp also resists Regirock's rock attacks, so if you're versus Rock Throw or Stone Edge, don't be afraid to use this 6-armed champion. As always, here are the breakpoints for counter for all of the friendship levels and when weather boosted in cloudy weather. Moving on to my third pick, I already talked about it in this list, it's Breloom with counter Dynamic Punch moveset. Although he's outperformed by Machamp, it doesn't really live in its shadow, sometimes even doing more damage than him. And while normally Breloom is a very classy pick, he resists not only all of the Regirock's rock type attacks, but also his electric type ones. This makes him able to continue to stay in the fight and to continue to dish out some damage. For a Pokemon with the same moveset as Machamp and a higher attack stat, is underrated for sure. Once again, here are the breakpoints for counter for all the friendship levels and when it's weather boosted in cloudy weather. Now, for pick number 4, he's the legendary Pokemon Groudon with the Mudshot Solar Beam moveset. If Groudon had a moveset as good as Kyogre, he would definitely be the number 1 pick for this raid boss. Since he doesn't, he's stuck using a charge move that doesn't even give him a stab bonus. But it's not that bad, he shares the number 1 spot in clear weather with another Pokemon and performs pretty good overall. He's also the tankiest option on this list, while still being able to rank as number 4 DPS wise which is pretty impressive. He also has an immunity resistant to electrical attacks, with also resisting rock attacks as well. He's probably gonna appear a lot on your recommended Pokemon to use, and this time it isn't such a bad choice. Nonetheless, here are the breakpoints for Mudshot for all of the friendship levels and also when it's weather boosted in clear weather. For the final pick number 5, it's a pretty difficult choice. 4 different Pokemons could have gotten this spot depending on your weather, but I had to choose one and it had to be Venusaur with a Vine Whip Frenzy Plant moveset. It's the Pokemon who share the top spot with grounded in clear weather, and since it not only resists electrical attacks from Regirock, it also resists the fighting moves that Regirock can have, like Counter or even Focus Blast, being the only Pokemon on this list to do so. Pretty good, especially from the best grass type attacker in the game. Another thing that made me choose him is that he's also from a very common species, so getting candies for him shouldn't be very hard. But remember, only Venusaurs with Frenzy Plant are worth using, otherwise stick to the other picks on this list or ask me about other picks you might have in the comments down below. Anyway, here are the breakpoints for Vine Whip for all of the friendship levels and also when weather boosted in clear weather. So, overall, Regirock is not a hard raid boss. You can beat it with a raid team of 4 people with the right counters, the Pokemon on this list, and the power of friendship. Otherwise, you should use a bigger group. But anyway, Regirock is not going to be a meta Pokemon unless the meta changes, so don't be afraid of not getting a good IV1. After the Dex entry, XP and items are the only thing worth getting from this raid, sadly. So, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to check out the breakpoints from this video in image form, you can check out my Instagram, link in the description. Subscribe to the channel for more content, and until we see each other again, don't forget, go catch 'em all.